Welcome to the Middleware Tech YouTube channel. In this series, you'll learn about getters and setters in Python. Null code examples used in the videos will be available on GitHub. Let's get started.
Important point. Now, still now I have not told you the OOPS concept. What are the OOPS concept? We know that is class and object, right? Still now we have not explored other OOPS concept like inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. So the main purpose of using these getters and setters for the time being, I want to say that it is used to provide one type of security. But still now I've not done abstraction, so I do not explore for the time being. For the time being, just I want to say that getter and setter method is used to call a variable value. Okay. I'll talk about this actually in Python. We don't say generally getters and setters. In Python, in Java or in .NET, we use the term getter and setter. But in Python, we use the term called a mutator and accessor. Getter is called accessor and setter is called mutator. So this term we used in Python. Okay, but some of the technical documentation of Python, if you explore, you'll find that those accessor and mutator can be defined as getters and setters also. Some of the specific documentation you'll find. So what we are talking about here is that how I can use getter and setter inside a Python class. The purpose of what is the use of this setter method? I'm saying for the time being, I'm saying only one, that setter is, now the point is that we have used constructor. We have used constructor. Why we need constructor in Python? Purpose of this constructor is, why we need constructor is the Python? It is used to initialize object attribute. Right? So is there any other alternative to initialize object attribute? Again, I'm saying we are using constructor. We talked about constructor in Python. So what is the purpose of using constructor? Why I need constructor in a class, Python class? The purpose is to initialize an object attribute. We have seen those constructors. So the question is, can I initialize an object attribute without using constructor? Question is, can I initialize an object attribute without using constructor? Can I? Yes, we have one solution. Solution is we can use setter. Solution is setter. One solution is setter. Can I initialize an object attribute without using constructor? Yes, we can use setter to initialize an object attribute also. So this is one scenario why I need getters and setters. We have another one scenario. It is providing security to our object. How it is providing security to our object, that we'll talk about when we discuss another OOPS concept called encapsulation. For the time being, I want to say only one features of our mutator and accessor or getters and setters. The feature is that I can initialize my object attribute using setter also. And I can get the object attribute using getter also. So from that perspective, for the time being, I'm just talking about it. So how I can use mutator and accessor or getters and setters inside a Python class? How I can use it? Fine. So let's write a class and see how I can write. Fine. Let's understand this. Writing a separate class and use that class name as learner class. Assume it's an object. For this object, I have created one class. Okay. So for this, if you have created a class, then I have to. I should have getters and setters for a particular instance variable. So assume my instance variable name is name. Assume my instance variable name is name. Okay. So if the instance variable name is name, if my instance variable name is name, then how this getters looks like? Getters generally write like this. I'm just writing the property. It's one type of method. Getters and setters is one type of special type of method. So how we define? Just write here def. Setter is defined like set name, self, comma, name. Okay, and you want to initialize it using self dot name equal to name. That's it. This is a setter. It is used to initialize instance variable name. Okay, and I want to define another one method. See, it's looking like a method only. It's looking like a method only, right? Okay, I'll define another one method. Just here, please. That is def. I define a method def, and that method is going to return something. Okay, so you can write here get name. It's going to return something. So no argument. Okay, and it's going to return something. So return self dot name. That's it. Right. So for this name instance variable, I have created two special type of method. This method is called setter, mutator, and this method is called getter, that is called accessor. It is going to return the value. It's going to initialize the object attribute. But both the method, if you see, special type of method that after set next character is starting with capital, after get the next character is starting with capital. That's why this special type of method. When you're writing this getters and setter, you have to check what is the instance variable name. Instance variable name is name. So it will be get name, set name. After get and set, next character should be capital as per Python API specification. Writing getters and setters, right? Okay, so this is how we define getters and setters for instance variable called name. Fine. So I'll take another one instance variable in the same class. Take another one instance variable in the same class. Assume it is phone. So for this also I should define one setters and getters. So just define one setters and getters for this. Okay. So you can use a set phone and self dot phone. Self dot phone equal to phone. Similarly, get name, I can write here get phone and return self dot phone. Fine. Okay. Now what we find here inside this learner class, we have created two methods. Okay. Fine. Now, now what I want is that I want to get both from the user, name as well as phone. I want to get both from the user. Okay, so So let's see how I can use it. Assume I want to take both from a particular user. So that's how I can take an input from the user, right? So how I can take an input from the user, already talked about last day, right? How I can take an input, right? And enter the total number of learner details. I want to store 2 learner details. So enter number of learner details, learner details, details, right? Now assume I have given 2, right? So the input that you have given, that is a string, right? So that string I should convert to as an int using a function. The name of the function is int. Already talked about last day, right? And take inside a variable like n, like this. Okay, right? Now for 2 learner details, I want to store. Fine. So right, so that you can put inside a for loop. Let's use this for loop I have done long back. So for I in range n, okay, and move inside this for loop. First I want to take the name, so take inside a name. So and right here enter your name, and I've taken inside a name. Then I want to take the phone number also. Fine. So phone equal to put, enter your phone. Your phone. Okay. And you have taken both employee details, right? Okay. And right now what I want is that the value that I got, that I have to initialize inside an object. So value I have to initialize inside an object. So how I can initialize inside an object? So take inside learner is an object. How I can, in this learner object, both instance variable is there, but right, but I have to initialize them. How I'm going to initialize them inside learner object? So L dot learner object contain 2 instance variable, name and phone, right? So I have to use this setter method to initialize this object. Yes, so set name, okay, and you can initialize name. Similarly, you can use L dot set phone, and you can use here phone. Fine, okay, and then we have initialized both the learner details, and then I want to print. So how I can print, already you know, right? Using getters we can print. So just print here like print your name is, okay, and L dot get name. Fine. Similarly, you can use print, and you can write your, yes please, you can minimize mute on your side. Your phone is here you can use L dot get phone. So it should work. So we added some extra things. So just see here how it is working, these getters, and just see it, please. I'm creating my class name as learner. Okay, so just save this class name, file, save as learner.py. Okay, and okay, and inside this we have this setter, and we have this getter, and then we have setter, and then we have getter. Okay, and here I am taking the input from the user, and then I'm moving with this for loop, both the variable, initialized both, and then I'm just printing them. Print in the same loop itself. To file save all, I can see if there is any indentation problem. Okay, so right click, okay, now fine. Now here for def get name, it is returning set.name, fine. Now it's giving some vectorly. I'll save all. You can try from your end. Return self.name. Is there any problem with this? Save all. Return self.name. Okay. Actually, this problem comes. I'm doing the copy paste from Notepad to my editor, so that's why some extra character comes, and that's why the problem actually create. Without indentation, if you find some problem. Okay. Now after this, it should be this. Fine. So for n, for I in range n, it's fine only. There's no issues. Find something extra character again came. Save all. Input. Your name. Okay. It should work. So you're using input, it's correct only, there's no issues. Similarly, you're taking the phone from the user. Okay, no, the point is that you're not fine, it's correct only, there is no issues. The phone is an int, but the name is a string. So name is a string type, but the phone is an int. All right. So if the phone is an int, so you can define here int. So this is a string type. So like it's fine, no issues. So inconsistent use of tab space. So there is some problem with the space. So it's correct. Use some variable nm. Actually, the problem is the same variable I'm going to use. That's why. So name already I've used here. So I'm using some other name called nm. So that nm I'm going to initialize there. Now file save. That's it. Okay. Now here I'm creating an object of a learner class. Okay. And then I'm initialized that object using setter. Okay. And then I'm going to print for the attribute value. Okay. That's it. Save all. Now when using al.setName, name I'm going to pass, so that name is coming from here. So this name is actually so here this is actually a string. That string I'm going to initialize inside setName. Give any error. Okay, so do one thing, don't take it coming into that after some time. Don't take this for loop first. We take this input first. Both I have taken. Initialized inside this object. Initialized. Then I have created this Python object using setName phone. Then I'm printing them get name. Okay. So I'm taking only one employee details, one learner details. Okay. It should work fine. Let me check it's working or not. Execute. So enter your name, and name is Srinivas. Enter your phone 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay. And the name is this, phone is this. So it is working fine. Just see here the input that you have given, that the object is initialized using setter, and we got the attribute using getter from the object. Object is initialized using setter, and we got the attribute well using getter. So that you are talking about here. When I'm going to use getters and setter, mutator and accessors in Python, one of the important reason of using this is that I can use this setter method to initialize my object attribute. This is one point. Another point we'll talk about when we talk about apps encapsulation. For the time being, I want to say this point on why I'm going to use this getters and setter. Fine. So is the small examples. Check it should run in your system. So we talked about this. Now what I'll do, just see here please where we are.